What's going on, Jerome's? Happy Sunday. Hopefully you're up, out, and getting after it today. So, PFF, Pro Football Focus, a mock draft simulator. You know what? I love it. Everyone loves it, right? So they compiled a first-round mock draft chosen by you, the people, via the data that they've collected on their simulator. So basically, the most popular guy that's still on the board, that is the selection. So let's go. Really fun things. Number one, Jaguars, Trevor Lawrence. Other considerations, none. I'm sure that some Jacksonville Jaguars fans are just like, we're going to take Kellen Mond. Or we're going to take Kyle Trask because East Florida representing. Nah. 2, Jets, Zach Wilson. I think that's a fait accompli. 3, so the Niners go Justin Fields, but there are 3 minds of this where I'm sure that portions of the fan base each like their own separate guy. Trey Lance, Mac Jones, that's really interesting. 4, so the Falcons fans, they're all in. Arthur Smith, Matt Ryan, got a couple years left in that body, so getting him as many weapons as possible. Kyle Pitts, Let's go. Plus, I do feel like the Kyle Pitts and Megatron comparisons are there beyond just stylistically as well as body-wise. I mean, Megatron was basically a tight end. Like, Kyle Pitts is basically a wide receiver as well. I mean, both of them don't block, so that's whatever. But Calvin Johnson, also from Georgia, so maybe that's like, we missed out on Babytron or Megatron, so let's get the next best thing. There you go. 5, Bengals. So you can see that the fan base is a little bit torn. So Jamar Chase reuniting him with Joe Burrow, that would make a lot of sense. But that offensive line was bad last year, man. So this could come down to this decision where it's Jamar Chase, Penei Sewell, or Kyle Pitts if some team trades up and takes quarterback at 4, or if the Falcons take a quarterback. So 6, Dolphins. Jamar Chase is off the board. Now, you could have your choice of Penei Sewell, Slater, the 2 wide receivers who played with Tua, but it's intriguing that Dolphins fans are going offensive line here over Devontae Smith because you spent a lot of draft capital on O-line last year. You got Austin Jackson first round. You got Robert Hunt in the second. But, yeah, if you want to see what Tua can do, protect him as much as possible. You can get wide receiver later on, even though it is tough passing on Waddle and Devontae. 7, so Lions go Devontae over Jalen Waddle, over Micah Parsons, but yeah, dynamic playmaker, Heisman Trophy winner, and it's going to be a pain in the ass playing him twice a year now. 8, Panthers. Yeah, you got to go quarterback. Teams are fan bases always want the quarterback, especially if you have your choice between QB 4 and 5 here. So no Panther Trey Lance, sitting him behind Sam Darnold. And even though, yes, are the Panthers in on Darnold? Sure. Are they going to get rid of Teddy? Yes, but they're not all in on Sam Darnold. You know, he's playing out his rookie deal. If he shows that he's not the guy this year, reunited with Robbie Anderson, they got Joe Brady there. You got a backup plan, right? And also, if Sam Darnold shows that he is the guy, you can trade Trey Lance in a year or 2. 9, Broncos picking up Micah Parsons. Yeah, this one makes a lot of sense. Absolute dynamic beast on that defense. Vic Fangio is going to love him. And also, Mac Jones, if he's on board, I could see George Payton going quarterback. Like, if Mac Jones makes it to 9, I think that they will get it done. 10, Cowboys. So this speaks to how fans see the team. So they saw that cornerback room got torched last year, especially after Trevon Diggs got hurt. So Surtain, reuniting him, Bama. Also J.C. Horn getting consideration there. So that's interesting. 11, Giants. Again, this is how fans see their team. The Giants' offensive line was not great last year. Plus, they got rid of Kevin Zeitler. They have Will Hernandez. Nate Solder's back on a pay cut. Andrew Thomas. About that. Also, I love me some Matt Pert. If you don't want Matt Pert, trade us Matt Pert. But Rashawn Slater here, definitely going to take over the left tackle spot. I would prefer him at left tackle over Andrew Thomas, and just get rid of Solder. I mean, who the hell cares at this point? Or kick Solder into guard, whatever. 12, or I guess you could try to play Slater at guard. He's too good of a left tackle. 12, Eagles. So getting as many playmakers as possible, trading down from 6 to 12, and getting Jalen Waddle, a guy that you probably would have taken at 6 anyway. Yeah, absolutely love it. Plus J.C. Horn on board as well. The Eagles could definitely use some freshening at quarterback. 13, Chargers, getting Christian Darrisaw. So now you see that cornerback and offensive line, the 2 major needs for the Chargers. So the fans are pretty dialed in there. So Darrisaw comes off board to watch Justin Herbert's blind side for the next decade plus. So this is this is the worst scenario for the Vikings, where the top 3 offensive linemen are off the board. Penei Sewell, Slater, Darrisaw are gone. The 4 playmakers are gone. One of the quarterbacks is there, but you're really that thrilled about Mac Jones. So this is a tough spot. Now, you could trade down, sure, but what team is going to be really in? It's like, yeah, I got to have AVT or Kwity Paye, Morig, etc. So Kwity Paye, F you, pay me. I understand it. I get it. Just completely redo that defensive line, work him into a DJ. I want him and Danielle Hunter. Plus, if Hunter eventually leaves or is traded, you do have a replacement there. But, man, the board sucks. I mean, that's an absolute nut low of what could happen. AVT is also in there. Plus, interestingly, Trevor Morig, where I feel like the consensus amongst the draft community is that Morig, first round talent, but top first round maybe, but still a position need. Xavier Woods on a 1-year deal. Josh Metellus is whatever. Harrison Smith is starting to age out, and Morig is a damn good player. So we're all over the place here. Some of the fan base wants D-line. Some of them wants offensive line. Some want safety. It would be interesting to see, because I'm sure that Darrisaw and Slater and Sewell and some of the playmakers were obviously rated much higher than Paye, but since they're off board, yeah. 15, Patriots, Mac Jones, yes. It's always about quarterback. And interestingly, Bateman, ooh, I think Bateman is pretty clearly the wide receiver 4 in this draft. Some places consider him the wide receiver 3. Could he sneak into the top 3? I don't know. 16, Cardinals, J.C. Horn, replacing Patrick Peterson. Yeesh. 17, the Raiders. So given how bad their offensive line, their offensive line was good, but now it suddenly got bad because they gutted it. So Tevin Jenkins makes a lot of sense. A joke just in terms of BPA, but Trevor Morig coming off the board speaks to how bad the Raiders secondary was last year. So yeah, getting them some help on the back end. Dolphins fans surprised me. So getting help in both of the trenches as opposed to all the flash and dash of the playmakers or cornerbacks, etc. So you get Penei Sewell at 6. Then you got Barmore at 18. Also, is Christian Wilkins not working out? We'll take Wilkins. Pride of Clemson. Come on. 19, Washington. Joke. Where this is a BPA pick. Definitely could go wide receiver, or even though you got Curtis Samuel with Scary Terry. You could go offensive line. But Joke makes Washington one of the best defenses in the NFL. You got that front 4, and then have Joke just back there doing Thomas Davis in his prime sort of things for Rivera's defense. Yeah. 20, Bears, Bateman. Ooh. Of course, fans are going to skew more towards wide receiver. So you got Bateman, Elijah Moore, plus Greg Newsome, the local guy, is there. This kind of stinks because Bateman, stylistically, ironically, him and Allen Robinson do have a lot of crossover, but also he answered his speed questions, and yeah, that's going to be a tough matchup for the Vikings for the next couple of years. Colts. So this is just Chris Ballard going physical freak. I think Jason Oweh having himself a hell of a pro day, really got himself on the radar. They're replacing Justin Houston. Go ahead. Also Elijah Moore. Now, T.Y. Hilton's back on a 1-year deal, but yeah, Moore could have been the heir apparent, and he goes to a division rival, 22 Tennessee. Elijah Moore, Ole Miss. So Oxford is up the road, about an hour or two from Nashville. So locally known product, plus Elijah Moore, I'm sure has done horrible things to Tennessee and Vanderbilt over the years. But Ja with A.J. Brown, that's a really nice duo trying to replace Corey Davis. Also, yeah, they're on cornerback too since they got rid of Adoree Jackson and Malcolm. 23, Jets getting Greg Newsome. This is great value. So Salah gets his guy on defense. There I got the quarterback. So yeah, go ahead. 24. Yeah, Steelers fans know that offensive line is booty. Pouncey retired. Villanueva was let go. So Tevin Jenkins is a Steelers guy. He is a Steel City dude. Just absolutely tough and getting after it. Also, interestingly, Walker Little. Wow. So 25 Jaguars. Wheeler Walker Little Jr. does come off the board. Oh, also Steelers. Yeah, definitely need some running back help. James Conner was let go. And who's the other? Oh, Benny Snell. But Najee Etienne, you easily could see that as well. 25. Wow. Wheeler Walker Little Jr. comes off the board before Cosme, before Raduns, and a guy who hasn't played really significant ball since 2018. You have that upside, but first round pick, I don't know, man. Lots of question marks, but getting Wheeler Walker Little Jr. to block for Trevor Lawrence. I know they have Cam Robinson on the franchise tag. Juwan Taylor is still sitting there as well. I'd say kick Taylor into guard, have Wheeler Walker Little Jr. play right tackle for a hot second, then eventually flip him to the blind side. 26, Browns, needing edge. Aziz also votes for Jalen Phillips. Go ahead. 27, Ravens, wide receiver. And then also they want some edge to replace Yannick and Judon. 28, interesting that the Saints are all in on cornerback because they're starting to age out besides Lattimore. So Farley, Asante Samuel Jr., go ahead. Makes sense. 29. Packers, of course, is going to be wide receiver. Rondale Moore, the pride of Purdue. That sucks. That really does suck. And also cornerback help because even though they resigned Kevin King, Packers fans hate Kevin King because he's bad. 30, Bills getting Jalen Phillips. They're also in on Rousseau. So Miami, that's just the U being the U. Just trying to get after it on the edge in that McDermott defense as well as Leslie Frazier. 31, Chiefs. Of course, Chiefs fans. Watching the Super Bowl. O-line. So Dylan Radins, I think that he could be your starting left tackle right away. Coming in from NDSU, was out of football in 2020 because MVS was shut down, or MVC was shut down. So, 32, the Bucks, Rousseau. This is a little bit of BPA, considering they have all 22 of their starters back, but just deploying him all along the defensive line, he could be a platoon rotational guy to start. That's a hell of a pick. Dudes who didn't make it. So, given fans' love affair with quarterbacks, I'm surprised that Kellen Mond didn't make it. Najee Harris, Travis Etienne. No running backs, even though this is fans. This is not PFF, but I guess it's still on PFF. Kadarius Toney, Pat Freiermuth, no. Offensive line, Eichenberg, Cosme, Mayfield, Leatherwood, AVT, Wyatt Davis, Dickerson. All didn't go, but Wheeler Walker Little Jr. did. Woo! Like seeing it. Tryon, Asai, Boogie Basham, Onwuzurike. Jamin Davis, had himself a pro day, didn't work. Zabin, I feel like Zaven's just sort of, we'll take it. Stokes and Joan Hollins, no-go as well. But like we said, this is probably the worst-case scenario for the Vikings. And again, it's nothing against Kwity Paye, AVT, or Moehrig, but the fact that the big 3 tackles are off the board, the big 4 receivers are off the board, or playmakers are off the board, and there isn't really anyone of value in terms of trying to trade down except for Mac Jones. So, this is the worst spot for the Vikings, but Kwity Paye is a hell of a player. Given this situation and given the board, I'd probably go Kwity Paye. It's close. Paye, AVT. I would put J.C. Horn in there above Trevor Moehrig, but it's tough. But a very realistic scenario for the Vikings could easily come up like this. So I guess we'll see what happens. But your thoughts, PFF's fan-voted mock draft. Let us know in the comments section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support that work, post on the Venmo. But until next time, Skol, production value.